Shout out to all of you who are still here. Today we have an individual, a rugged man, a mountain man. And so you can tell that this guy is no woke slouch. So you can't put that on him on why he made the video that he made of maybe if we vote harder. Because some individuals still believe that if we only just voted harder, and harder, better, faster, stronger, all that stuff, then we would get what we finally want. Well, let's see what this dude has to say about that.
Am I the only one that understands that politicians, any rich guy in a suit doesn't give a flying f*** about you or me?
Oh.
Left or right, they not only can they not fix our problems, but they don't even know our problems. These people are so disconnected from reality and the average American, they don't even know what the problems are.
I'd say half of them are like that. The other half know the problems. They just don't want to fix them.
Given bullet points to talk about that their rich friends, their fucking influencers, their advisors, people who went to college for bullshit degrees, give them to them. Well, this is what people are having problems with, sir. Talk about this.
By the way, you didn't censor yourself in the second F-bomb. Hey, I don't care here.
And then they put it into their political spectrum, whatever, left or right, gay, whoever, and then they talk about those, and all the knuckleheads fall for it every single time.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is going to be one of the more politically incorrect, insensitive videos, so for all sensitive ears, just go ahead and watch some Fortnite videos or whatnot, or watch some Love Island or something like that. I don't know.
I'm not a smart person. I'm just a dumb, retired grunt. And yet I still feel like everybody else is a freaking moron. They get sold every single time. And when you look at this country's history, we've been sold. We've been sold out every single time, every decade, every year. And just, you know, people just keep watching their football and just hanging out, doing nothing, just waiting on the government to solve their problems. Oh,
hey, don't talk trash about football. I'm just kidding.
Well, this guy's wearing this color tie. He's in a suit, but he's wearing this color tie. Like, yeah, I trust him. He's got the right color tie on.
Color tie.
I'm not that smart. I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know why I'm looking at people saying like, well, Trump's not doing this and this, my guy's not doing this. It's like, yeah, he's a rich guy in a suit. What the fuck did you think he was going to do? Now, I'm not the guy to sit around and wait on the government to solve my problems. I understand. You know, you can go read the book, Marx and Engels. You can go read that book. And you can see a lot of people on the right today falling into that victim mentality. They think there's this bourgeoisie up there controlling everything, some cabal. And it's like, all right, I don't think the government has our best interests. I don't think anybody in public service or in civil service, I don't think any of them give a flying fuck about anything but keeping their position and their paycheck. Do you? Do you care? Do you put your principles over your paycheck? I don't fucking think so. I watch most of y'all wear your masks to keep your job. You know, police buddies enforce COVID mandates and shit to keep their job and their retirement. Most people violate their principles and the principles of this country for their paycheck. So why assume anything else from politicians, especially rich guys in suits?
As I like to say, the politicians are a reflection of the people. And if they are not, then tell me why we have the politicians we have today, instead of politicians who actually give a damn, or at least act like they give a damn.
I don't know. I have no answer. I'm asking. The thing I struggle with is the people on the supposed right who want to fix the country, and then their first answer is the government. Some politician. While their neighborhood burns, people around them are poor and not doing well, their family's not doing well, and they just sit back waiting on the government to come solve their problems. And they also praise Reagan. I mean, I've looked up, you know, Reagan did a lot of stupid shit. A lot of the gun laws we're dealing with came from him. Great. Thanks fucking boomers. Appreciate it. So they praise him because of that one statement he said. Probably a slogan some intern wrote for him. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. If you go look at his speech, the black and white speech, you know, where he won over everybody, including Hollywood, it all sounds great. But then you look at it and it's like, well, it's another dude, another rich guy in a suit with his fucking hair slicked back. You know, he's like the Gavin Newsom back then. Said a lot of cool things. Speaking of Gavin Newsom, I watched him on the Sean Ryan show.
And we all know how much boomers love their Reagan. How much the right loves their Reagan. And don't get me started. Oh, sheesh. Do not let these maggots figure out that you are cooking Reagan. You're roasting Reagan.
Joe.
Disney Plus.
Trump went on there and it was basically a campaign because Trump is smart enough to realize the mainstream media is dead. If you want to get anywhere in politics, you better go on podcasts. So Trump went to Joe Rogan and it helped him, and he went on Sean Ryan and it helped him. And none of us got helped. So I remember saying things like that back in the day, and my wannabe conservative friends who were all little government nanny state boys, well, you're a commie leftist, you know. Same guys who cussed me out about the Patriot Act back then. I said the Patriot Act was going to come back to bite us, and they called me a commie hippie, and now here we are. Yep. And now they're supporting Palantir, thanks to Trump. Appreciate that, Trump. You know, let's just fucking get that deep state even better.
Buy Palantir.
So, you know, these same moron conservatives, you know, they know more about football than anything else. You know, praising Trump. Oh, Palantir's good. It's going to help us. Like, all right, dude. You didn't learn from the Patriot Act. All right, whatever. Just, you know, fuck you.
And buy Palantir.
Watch your football.
Watch your football!
But anyway, I was watching Gavin Newsom on the Sean Ryan show, and immediately, I'm like, this... First of all, for being an ex-badass Navy SEAL government contractor, like, I was pretty disappointed. I wasn't surprised, but I thought he would have a little more testicular fortitude. But as it turns out, just like every other ex-SEAL that's on freaking YouTube these days, is they look like politicians. So, no surprise there. But I really thought Ryan would push back a little more, and he just rolled over. So Gavin Newsom, he got free media attention by going on that show, and he's going to do better. People don't believe me, but he's going to do better. If you don't think the majority of Americans would fall for somebody like that, you haven't been paying attention. The great majority of Americans fell for COVID. They fell for the Patriot Act. They're falling for Palantir. They fall for everything. So don't act surprised when Gavin Newsom's running for president and does pretty damn well, because Trump looks good, everybody likes him, but who the fuck do we have after him, and who do the Democrats have after him? Newsom's going to run, and he's probably going to do pretty damn good. He'll probably be president one day. Why? Because most Americans are fucking stupid. They don't know anything. They just vote for the guy with the nicest suit, and who looks good, and who talks good.
Is he lying, though? Is he lying? And that's on both sides. He's cooking both sides. He isn't kissing right his ass, even though I would bet money that he's definitely conservative. But yeah, he called out Reagan. He cooked Reagan. He cooked Trump a bit. And he cooked the Patriot Act, which was done by Bush, W. Bush, Dude Bro Bush.
But my number one question when I saw that was, he gifts him a gun. Why didn't this tough guy Navy SEAL, he probably doesn't know, but why didn't he take that opportunity? Here's a gun, man. We gift everybody a gun. Here you go, dude. Free gun. Oh, by the way, based on your gay state's laws, this is illegal. I can't gift you a gun based on your state's laws. Even though we're in Texas, I can't even gift it to you and you bring it back because you can't import it. It's a legal gun anyway. So I would have used that opportunity to say, hey, how are you going to legally bring this home? I guarantee you, punk-ass Newsom took it on the show to look good. It's a political move. And then right after the show, he's like, here, take this. I can't take this, dude. Because he knows his state laws are gay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want a gun because he's Californian. So I would have asked, hey, this is illegal what we're doing right now. Are you going to follow me to an FFL so we can transfer this properly, which is basically just corruption on the FFL part? You guys better believe FFLs vote for this legislation because that keeps them in business. Nobody I know goes to a legit gun shop anymore. I've only gone to a gun shop in the last 15 years because I've ordered stuff. But if I want something and my buddy's got it in my free state, you just freaking pay him and take it. Or he just gifts it to you. That's a free state. But based on Newsom's commie freaking state laws, you can't just gift somebody a gun, right? You gotta go to an FFL to make sure the FFL gets their cut, and the gun has to be legal to bring into California, which I guarantee you the magazine that came with that gun ain't, because it's more than 10 rounds. Oh. And then you gotta fucking transfer it through an FFL, and then Newsom's also gotta register it. Why? Because it's a big scary gun. But no, Mr. Big Bad Navy SEAL didn't do it. So, I mean, that was the beginning of the show. So it was like nails on a chalkboard. I listened to it in the background. I'd come back to it. I was on a flight and listened to some more. I was traveling and listened to some more in the car. And I'm just like, so many wasted opportunities. And, it kind of just brings me back to the original point. Like, I kind of fell for it, I've seen people trash Sean Ryan and Joe Rogan, all these podcasters trying to do good things. They put out good information and they interview people who need to have their voices heard. But at the same time, you have the perfect opportunity to just nail a fucking piece of shit governor, like one of the worst leaders in this country's history. You have the perfect opportunity. You don't have to call him gay for 4 hours straight, but you have a great opportunity to ask him hard questions and show him things in front of the public, like the gun thing. Hey, dude, what we're doing is illegal in your state. Are we going to go to an FFL and follow your laws? You're going to get a 10-round mag? Oh, this isn't even on the pistol roster that you have. So you can't even have this. Let's talk about that. Perfect opportunity wasted. The entire 4 hours of it was just... my friends in California, we talked about it, and they were just losing their minds because they're like, this guy just had diarrhea of the mouth, and Sean Ryan just sat back and let him get away with everything. Hey, man, so, jokes on me. The 10% of Sean Ryan stuff that I actually like, Yeah, I'll probably keep up with it. But he's had this freaking ex-CIA dude on like Joe Rogan, and it's like, why are you talking to these guys, man? And not even asking them real questions. It's all fake and gay, guys. It's just, just remember the people who it seems like they get to speak out against things, but they also never get sued. They never have the mob after them, and they only grow in popularity, and they're just skyrocketing, doing really well. Politicians or podcasters, at this point, there's not really a difference. There's some kind of dirty money there.
Disney Plus.
There's some kind of dirty background. There's some shady shit going on. And like I said, man, I like a lot of his stuff. I like a lot of Rogan's stuff. But when they have these people on that they should be pushing really hard, it just proves that the social media and the podcast realm, it's no better than the mainstream media. They would rather get along and jack each other off in an interview and have a good time and get the money out of the views and the ad revenue than actually be media and ask tough questions. So, yeah. It's all fake and gay, man.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Billy Bob's drunk again. Billy Bob's drunk again, guys. Hey, watch out. Billy Bob's drunk again. But yeah, no, he's... if voting mattered, they wouldn't let us do that. Hey, no such thing as a former Asian. Yeah. The government never loses an election. Yo, he's base. He's base. All I'm going to say about that is he is base, and he is telling you guys some real talk. So as far as that's concerned, for all the MAGA guys that are listening, well, we all know the leftists are not even listening because it's just too much toxic masculinity with this guy. Too much toxic, except for the chicks. The chicks might be watching this dude, and they might be getting a little bit, just dripping a little bit, because he still has some damn masculinity about himself. But the maggots, they thought they had a comrade in him. They had a friend in him. Nah, not so fast, my friend. This guy is calling out the left and the right because it is all, according to him, fake. And to be honest, it is, honestly. It is. This is what I talk about when I say both sides are just in it for themselves. Both sides, quite frankly, know what time it is, but they just don't want to do anything because this is how they planned it. And both sides are playing professional wrestling on a higher intellectual level. These people who you think are fighting each other 1 second or during the daytime, at night, afterwards, just like pro wrestlers, they're at the bar together, they're having drinks together, they're laughing about the match, they're chopping it up, they're talking about random stories, exchanging random stories. Sometimes some of them visiting each other's families, even though they're supposed to be on the opposite sides of the spectrum. Look, we are dealing with two sides of the same coin, two birds of the same wing, two Pete's in the same pod, freaking two tricks, the same John, or two Johns, the same trick. I don't know how that term goes, but yeah. Anyway, two Johns for the same pimp, or two tricks for the same pimp. We all know who the pimp is. We won't mention that in this channel. I'm not taking a flag. The road monetization continues. I'm trying to play YouTube politics here, but yeah. See, now they got me playing YouTube politics. See, you see what this guy's talking about? I can't even mention who's the pimp, who's the real pimp in this country. Anyway, or the pimps, because there are more than one. There are more than one pimps in this country, and it's not Democrats and Republicans. Those are the Johns. Those are the Johns turning tricks, or tricks turning Johns. I don't know. That's how much wet behind the ears I am when it comes to that life. But yeah, before I play more YouTube political politics, everyone else out there always bet on X.